Okay, family, peace. Welcome to another installment of Feel Free TV. I got my sister with me, Natasha.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
So today's installment is basically about who is Carolyn Richardson. So this is something new to me. You brought this to my attention. I've never heard of Carolyn Richardson. Um, we know that you work in advocacy, dealing with incarceration, the justice system, and everything like that.
Yes.
So, give us a rundown. Who is Carolyn Richardson, and why should we know about
Okay, so Carolyn Richardson is currently she's a mother of six, from Staten Island, and she is currently incarcerated in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, which is the federal detention center. Um, so this woman was sentenced to 12 years for the sale of oxycodone. She has two co-defendants. One is the doctor that was writing her the prescriptions, and her husband. Out of the three, she got the most time, and she's been in for 4 years. And because of her situation, she cannot be transferred to a federal prison.
it? So she's not in a federal prison.
She's in the detention center. However,
Oh,
she's been sentenced for 4 years. She should have went to federal prison or
okay.
correctional center. However, within the 4 years that Carolyn has been incarcerated, I don't know where to start because it's so sad. So she has two open lawsuits. One has just been settled, where she won $2 million because she was raped repeatedly by
Wow.
a correction officer. She's one out of seven women that are part of this lawsuit.
Wow.
However, besides that, Carolyn, when she went in a year prior, had cosmetic lens surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So while she was at MCC, she's been transferred to MDC now. But while she was at MCC is the Federal Detention Center in Manhattan. While she was there, she had contracted pink eye. So
Okay.
she went to the clinic, of course, and the clinic said she had pink eye, and they prescribed her drops. However, the infection was behind the lens.
Wow.
So ultimately, for months, she complained of blurred vision, extreme pain. It got so bad, the infection got so bad that Carolyn is now totally blind in one eye and can barely see out the other. So she uses a magnifying glass to read. She can't write letters. And it's a really bad situation. Besides the trauma of being raped, this woman is in a jail where she needs help doing everything. She can't
Mhm.
perform daily tasks on her own. If she uses the phone, people have to help her. If she's has to go somewhere, people have to physically escort her during a pandemic.
Yeah.
Um, I could just imagine being locked in a cell. I can't see, constantly having nightmares about being raped. You
Wow.
know, it's just a really, really, really bad
So
situation.
let me ask you a question. How did you hear about her story?
So a friend of mine, a childhood friend of mine, was in MCC with her.
Okay.
Um, and she's
Incarcerated or working there?
incarcerated.
Okay.
So so she called me. She sent me an email request so that I can, accept her emails, and I did. She asked for my number. She said, "Tasha, I need you to do something for me." So we conversated, and she told me that there is a girl there that needs an advocate. So she currently has a clemency petition in.
Okay.
However, this is not new. This
Yeah.
all happened within the first year she was there. So for 3 years, 3 years out of the four, this woman has been in a prison blind because of the negligence of the Federal Department of Corrections.
Yeah.
You know, every time I think about it, it breaks my heart. You know, I've been incarcerated, and I know how it feels to feel helpless with all my functions.
Exactly.
I could not imagine my dignity being taken away as a woman. You know, and then my sight.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I'm trying to do whatever I can. But the problem I'm running into is because there's limited rallies, you can't have many people in the same place. You know, what I do is not easy on a regular day. Trying to get this woman the attention that she needs so that she can be released to get the help and the care that she needs. You understand what I'm saying? It feels like it's impossible.
So, like, how would people like get in touch with her or anything like that, or like a lawyer or something where they
Yeah,
could
well,
like try to help her?
let me okay, so I'm gonna look up her numbers, and I speak to her on a regular basis.
Okay.
Hold on. What would I look up? The federal.
Because we definitely want to get people who can, you know, try to get some type of help, a way that they can help her, you know,
Right.
either through contact with her lawyer or even moral support, like some letters or something.
Right. Absolutely. So I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah.
Federal inmates by
Because
BOP.
I definitely understand what she's going through. Because during my incarceration, I had a problem with um, nurses and doctors in the infirmary when I had a problem with my eye.
Absolutely.
I actually had like a scratch on the lens of my eye,
Oh.
and they were telling me that there wasn't a scratch, and they were saying that I had pink eye or something like that
Yeah.
also. And I kept complaining about it, and eventually they sent me to an outside doctor, and the doctor confirmed what I had said already,
Right.
that I had a scratch on the lens of my eye.
You know what's sad? What does it take from them to give you the medical care that you need?
See,
Nothing.
it's not coming out of the individual's pocket, the doctor
Right.
or the nurse. It's not coming out their pocket. So for them to do that, that's them being devilish.
They don't care.
It's the individuals being devilish,
Right.
you know.
They don't
So,
care.
and that's sad.
Okay. So Carolyn Richardson, her I'm sorry. Did I go off the screen? Okay. Her ID number, it's 89522 dash 053, and the address to MDC in Brooklyn is boom 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 boom. Hold on. Visiting how to send things here. Mail. Inmate mail. It's Metropolitan Detention Center.
Okay.
P.O. Box.
Hold on. P.O. Box
329
329
002
002.
Brooklyn, New York.
Mm-hmm.
11232.
Okay, so for anyone that's watching or will be watching in the future, if you want to get in contact with Carolyn Richardson, her ID numbers are 89522-053, and that's at what, MDC?
Yes, and DC stands for Metropolitan Detention Center.
Okay. So could they put Metropolitan, or do they just put MDC Correctional Facility?
No, they could put Metropolitan Correctional Facility.
Okay, Metropolitan Correctional Facility,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what PO Box 329002. That's Brooklyn, New York. Zip code would be 11232. So that's Metropolitan
Also,
Correctional.
yes. Also, if anybody would like to help me advocate for her, help me get her story out, help me sign. I'm thinking of doing a petition for her.
Mhm.
I got a lawyer working on her case. Because it seems like her lawyer is like, first of all, her her lawyer is a legal aid. I mean,
Oh, so
she took the case pro bono because this
okay.
is the lawyer she had before she got the money.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? However, I conversed with her, and it doesn't seem like she is trying to be helpful where my part is concerned, which
Yeah.
is in itself ridiculous. Um, like, why wouldn't you want to help somebody trying to help your client? So, if anybody would like to help me get this woman free or get this woman the justice that she deserves, you can email me at nwhite3676 at icloud.com, or my Facebook page is Natasha Denise White. You can send me a message, send me an inbox. I just really, really want to help this woman.
Yeah.
You know, I got into this form of work because I realized I went to prison a lot of times for absolutely nothing.
Hmm.
You know, I know that prison does not help people.
It doesn't.
Um, and it is an injustice to not do what you say you're going to do. You know, they claim that prison is supposed to be a form of rehabilitation.
Mhm.
Um, it is to take the person out of wherever they are and sit them down so they can grow. That's not what happens. So that's why I got into this work. Um, I believe that everybody should be treated human. You know, we're all human beings.
Mhm.
Just even when I look up somebody's name and it says inmate, it skeeves me out. That word skeeves me out because she's a person.
Yeah.
You know, um,
They use words like that to dehumanize us.
absolutely,
Inmate, prisoner, convict, felon. They use words. We're humans, you know. But they use words like that to dehumanize us and be able to do whatever they want to with us or to
absolutely,
us.
absolutely. I mean, consider this woman has 6 children. She's been sentenced to 12 years
Mm-hmm.
for the sale of oxycodone, in which she was addicted to.
Oh,
I don't know the logistics. She worked in the medical field before
yeah.
before her incarceration.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do know there is a story about at one time her she had got robbed, and her apartment had got robbed,
Yeah.
and you know, she had an open case and the case was dismissed. However, I guess this case is a whole new case, even though it's for the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, the bad part about it is she's a mother of 6. Her husband and the doctor, they all play the same role, like
Oh, really?
going state to state. The doctor wrote the scripts. Her and the husband went and you know, got people to get them filled. Why is it this woman has so much time? She has more time than them, and then with all that she's been through, nobody is fighting to get out.
That's crazy.
And I'm gonna tell you the truth, as a woman that's been incarcerated, we always have it harder than the men in
Yeah,
every aspect.
that's true. That's absolutely true. I know that for a fact.
You know, men go to prison majority of the time. They ain't got to worry about who's taking care of their children because the mother's taking care of it.
Yeah.
They ain't got to worry about packages and stuff like that on because most of the time their spouse
Hmm.
or the spouse they find while they're in there to
Yeah.
take care of them.
or the sister or mother
or
or
the mother,
grandmother
like
or something.
when a
It's
woman
always a
goes to
woman that's
jail,
going to take care of us regardless.
when a
But
woman goes to jail,
yeah,
somebody has to take care of her children, so they can't take care of her.
yeah,
And majority of the time, especially if your husband is in there with you, he can't help you.
yeah,
And if he's not, you know how that goes. He on to the next.
yeah,
So this woman is in this prison, and it really is an injustice of what they've done with her. It's really an
yeah. That's
injustice. Like
crazy.
when I speak to her, every time I get off the phone with her, I cry.
Wow.
Every time, and I'm not a very sensitive person. But my heart goes out to that woman, man. She can't see. She has no support. Her, yo, it's a bad situation. And I really, really would like to get as many people on board with trying to push her story. I wrote the op-ed
Yeah.
I sent you.
Yes.
I'm trying to get it published. I've written other op-eds, but that's when I was with Just Leadership. And so we had media, that would take our stories. We had those connections. I can no longer use those connections because we don't work there anymore.
Oh wow.
Because it would go through the organization. So I would submit my op-ed to say Sarita, and Sarita is an employee of Just Leadership, and then she would submit it to Just Leadership, and then Just Leadership submits it to the media. So it's like a 3-step process, and 2 steps are missing. Sarita doesn't work anymore, neither do I.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so getting her story out is kind of hard. She was in the Daily News.
Yeah, I actually seen it. I actually like looked it up and everything.
Yeah, she was. Which one? Because I sent you a picture of her, but it was really a link. That was the first story. Before the conviction. There is a new story out. I may have sent a picture of her from that. It's a black and white photo, not the one with her standing in front of the window. Okay. That was published a couple of days ago, maybe 4 days ago. However, they speak about this woman going blind, but in none of these articles do they speak about the rape.
Yeah, they definitely don't.
Right. So the crazy part is they spoke about the lawsuit she won, but the lawsuit is from the rape. The lawsuit is not from her going blind.
And they don't. They speak about a lawsuit. They make it seem like the lawsuit is from the malpractice,
right?
The negligence,
nope,
medical negligence. That's what they make it seem like,
right?
So the lawsuit is for the rape.
Yes.
Wow. And it's crazy how the media downplays that because they don't talk about her being sexually assaulted at all.
Well, who did they get the story from?
Of course, they got it from the correctional facility.
Right, because she didn't have an interview with them. When I spoke to her yesterday, she said the Daily News wants to do an interview with her personally. Because what they wrote is they got from whoever else. They didn't get that story from her. There was an article a couple of weeks back about 4 out of the 7 women that were raped, and she was not named in it.
Wow.
So this is what I'm saying. And what can you do about it?
It's you can barely do nothing. You can't do anything. It's hard. Like even if you do win the lawsuit, they're still going to try to sweep it under the rug, so no one out in public really knows about it.
But the reality of the situation was this lawsuit was won they settled within a year, $2 million within a year. So how wrong are you?
Yeah, because it usually takes longer than that.
They normally don't want to give you nothing.
Yeah. So did the other women get lawsuits also?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they did because she didn't come forth until other people did. She was scared.
Yeah.
You can't. First of all, you don't want to start a rift in a prison and you can't even see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She has to depend on corrections and other peers. I'm not going to say inmates. Other peers that are incarcerated with her to help her do everything. So how do you start a beef in claiming that somebody did something to you? That's an officer. You know how that go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, now you got a problem with every officer.
It's scary. It's scary.
Right.
It's very scary when you feel like you don't have any wins and your life could be in danger. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
it's very scary.
It just blows my mind that she hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? She's not a threat to society. She never really was. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, but that's based on everybody has their own opinion on what's a threat and what's not. This is a woman like so many other women. Are you still there? John?
I'm still here. You
What
see
happened?
me?
Yeah, I see you now.
No, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah. Like so many other women. I lost my train of thought trying to figure out where you was. Yeah. It's just heartbreaking, and I'm willing to do whatever I possibly can to help her, you know, within my limits. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bad part about it is, you know, if you have a conviction or a felony, you can't visit somebody in federal prison. So, I mean, I have some good people that are very helpful, that are willing to go see her for me, that make some connections, you know. I'm trying to. You keep disappearing, Jai.
No, I'm here. I just have the screen on you.
Oh, I'm trying to. I'm trying to get to the right people. I'm trying to make some demands to the right people, and right now being that, you know, my organization, I'm no longer officially part of the organization that actually taught me everything I know. I don't know where to turn. Yeah. I'm so grateful to Feel Free TV. You know, I just think it's a really great thing that you're doing.
Yeah, and this is like the purpose of this channel is just to bring to light these issues that no one is talking about.
Right. They don't want you to know about it.
No, they don't want you to know about it.
You know,
because if they wanted you to know, they would have put that in those newspaper articles. And like I said, they were extremely vague about what she won the lawsuit about. They alluded to it being because of, you know, the medical negligence.
Right.
And now we find out it's because of the rape. So she didn't even get a lawsuit for the medical negligence either.
Nope. Wow. And I don't really, you know, the sad part about it is, like I said, I can't go see her. So she has 15-minute phone calls. You know, federal prison is not like state prison where you could use the phone every day as long as somebody got money. You got 300 minutes, no matter how much money you got, and if you use that up before the month is over, you can't use the phone until the new minutes come back. Wow. You know, it's like there's no rollover.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now, and like I said, it's just dangerous. The whole being. If they let her out for nothing else because she went blind, they should let her out because prison plus COVID equals death.
Exactly.
And there's no way to social distance when somebody got to hold your hand and go everywhere.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, you can't social distance in prison. That is extremely hard.
Right. To do when you have all your faculties. Now, you can't see. You have to touch everything. You know what I mean? Everywhere she goes, she's touching. Somebody's holding her.
Yeah.
You know, so she doesn't. And now she's been transferred to another jail. So she definitely doesn't know where she's at.
Yeah.
It's, you know. Yeah,
this is crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you brought her to my attention because I would have never heard about it.
Yeah, of course not.
I'm definitely going to put this out there and make sure everyone hears about Carolyn Richardson. And like I said before, if anyone wants to contact Carolyn Richardson, give her some words of encouragement or anything, talk to her, you know, write her, whatever.
Yeah, she can't write back, but they do have I mean, she can write if she has somebody else write it for her.
Yeah.
However, you know, a problem with winning a lawsuit, especially in prison, everybody knows you got money now. So
Yeah. So everyone knows. Yeah.
yeah,
So
so
now,
people have bad intentions. So she's kind of, you know, she's a loner.
yeah.
If she absolutely needs a person to do something for her, then that's the only way she'll act. But
Yeah.
like on a regular basis, so there's a lawyer that I was connected to, that is working on her behalf, trying to get her out. And the person that connected me to her told me to tell Carolyn to write her. And you know, I was like, okay. And then I realized when I spoke to her, like I said, well, you need to write the lawyer. She said, Tasha, I can't see. Like, I almost swallowed my tongue. You know, like that's how, like, wow, you can't even write a letter to free yourself for help. You can't even ask for help. You can't fill out a card for your children. If you get a visit, you can't see them. You can't see them. You can't see anything. That's horrible. That's horrible. And now they're just moving you left and right from place to place. Send that woman home. Free her.
Once again, if anyone wants to contact Natasha, here is her email information. We're trying to bring light to this sister who's incarcerated, who's being mistreated sexually and medically.
Right.
Carolyn Richardson.
If you email me please in the subject put Carolyn Richardson. You know how overwhelmed email addresses can get.
Yes.
Overwhelming email addresses can get. They can get pretty busy. So I want to make sure if somebody reaches out to me that I respond immediately. And just help me pray for this woman. And if you can help, reach out. Reach out. It's worth it. The joy of helping somebody else is like even when she hangs up and she's like when she texts me, so she can text.
Yeah.
She uses a microphone. So she has a little, you know,
a magnifying glass.
And she can text on whatever system they use. And she always says, "Have a great day, friend." Like she's so pleasant.
Yeah.
But I can tell that she's really out of options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I can imagine. I can imagine. Because I know how it felt when I was there and I wasn't blind. So
right.
So I can imagine.
Right.
You know?
And that's how I look at it. And you know what? The people that have never been in that situation, they don't get it. They don't care to get it. They feel like you're there for a reason. You deserve what you get. And they don't care about your life. Your life is not worth anything to them. Not even to the people that work there. Like it's money. It's just money to them.
That's it.
For them to drag out medical for her, for them to take so long to send her to a specialist. You know, let me tell you something. How this officer was able to take advantage of her sexually, because it happened more than once. Wow. She was in so much pain that he was bringing her medication, and the only way she could get it
was have sex.
Like,
wow,
that's horrible. That's like a no-win situation.
Yeah.
I'm talking about is, can you imagine having an infection in between your lens, like the burning, and you know how pink eye feels.
Yeah.
That's intensify it by 1,000.
Yeah, that's sad. And was this officer like convicted of it? Anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna look his name up right now. I'll tell you his name right now. Carolyn Richardson. Rape by
Yeah, this is crazy.
Right.
So, like something like this should have been like put on blast, like mainstream, like especially in the climate that we're in today.
Man,
This
wait.
thing should be put out there.
His name is man.
Don't worry about it.
I'm trying.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna figure it out.
But he was convicted.
Yeah.
But like I said, she's 1 out of 7 girls, and this is going on over a 10-year span.
Wow.
So it always starts out with 2 people, 1 person coming forward, and then finally somebody else will feel like okay, I'm not scared anymore. Somebody has said something. Now the door's open. Who knows? It could have been way more than 7 people, 7 women. Those are just the ones that came forward. But like I said, it really, really, really boggles me that when they did the article about the women that were raped by him, her name wasn't in it. Her name wasn't in it. She called me and said, "There's an article came out today. Can you please can you Google it and tell me if my name is in it?" And I said, "No." When I looked, she wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. They try to hide things from us. They don't want the story to get out there. They don't want her to, I'm trying to see how I can get centered. Okay. They don't want people to support her. They don't want nobody to know her story. That's why they keep flip-flopping it. The whole article was about her going blind and winning a lawsuit. Nobody said nothing about that. That money is from that rape lawsuit. That's what that money is from. Okay, she hasn't even sued the Department of Corrections yet because she's blind. Because she went blind.
Yeah.
Wow. Brooklyn woman. I think the headline was Brooklyn woman wins $2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. It's right here. I'm looking at it. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, Borough of Prison. Borough of Prison settles $2 million lawsuit with Brooklyn woman who went blind behind bars. She didn't get that money because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's how they making the scene though. Right. They're not going to mention the rape.
Right. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But he was convicted. He's in prison, but that doesn't take away from the nightmare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doesn't take away from the nightmare. Because I don't know, people don't realize this. They think that rape is just taking, by force.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if a person has something that you need, and the only way you can get it is to do something for them sexually, it's still taken by force.
Yeah.
So because
it's still rape.
It's still
because you're taking away their choice.
Right.
That's what it's about. It's basically about choice. So you're taking away their choice, and you're giving them really no option.
No options. So you know what kills me is a woman. That is a struggle for the rest of your life. For, our bodies. Anyways, that's a whole different story. But our bodies are like, we're all soul. We are all soul. Women are all soul. So for you to violate my body, it chips away at my soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For you to be able to finagle me into doing things that I normally wouldn't do, going against my values, going against my morals. It is a forever nightmare. You understand what I'm saying? And then it becomes a blame game. I thank God that she's still here. Because the situation.
How's her kids doing? Like,
I'm not.
I
really don't know. Because like I said, she only has 15 minutes to talk.
Okay.
And you can imagine that she's got a clemency petition in. I'm not the only person she's calling.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot going on,
Yes.
I'm in 2 separate schools. So when she does get to talk to me, half of the time I'm either driving. So it's like
yeah,
Natasha, can you look up this? Natasha, can you do this? Natasha, can you do that? It's never a personal conversation like, oh, I'm so happy that visits are coming back. I get to see my
yeah.
kids. We never get that far.
Okay.
We never get that far because
Yeah.
I am working diligently to try to get as much help for her as I can. So, you know, when I do talk to her, majority of the time I have something to report to her. You know, I've reached out to different organizations trying to see if I can get some help advocating for her. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna push this out there though. Definitely.
It's gonna
And
happen.
I like to thank you, Natasha, for bringing awareness to this situation.
Absolutely.
So we can all like try to do something about it. Like if somebody's out there that have any kind of contacts, you know what I'm
Any
saying, that can
media contacts or
media
any
contact.
publishing contacts.
Yeah.
You know,
Please once again get in touch with Natasha. Here's an email. You can get in touch with me at Feel Free TV. I'll forward it to Natasha.
thank you.
No. Once again, Natasha, thank you because I don't want to make this too long
Yeah,
for
no
people,
problem.
you know. But I definitely appreciate this, and we're going to push this out there on all platforms. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Have a good day, brother.
You too. Peace. Thank you.